Yeah. Play 90s stuff on the radio. Oh, I'm not even out of bed yet. I should do a podcast, right? Talking to myself. Oh, I've already kind of done that, innit? Right, the theme of this, I'm not even out of bed yet. I would just like to say on this day, yeah, I know Jeff Beck passed away, but, I'm not going to focus on that because, everyone else will be, and at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and, that's what it is. But am I, last year I did 8,500 mile. I did some good cycling stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And then the year before I did 10,000 miles, right? And I did, you can't deal about some of the stuff I've done, can. I'm the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger of cycling, And, in a sense, I'm not the best in the world, but, I've done no bad, I think. But the point is about this year, right? Last year, right, I actually had a proper 2 weeks of doing fuck all. Last year I stopped and I had a break, and I was like a heroin addict suffering from acute withdrawal syndrome, and I was quite depressed, and it wasn't much fun. This year I took 2 weeks off, and it was a glorious kind of celebration of the fact that I can actually fucking enjoy myself, and I did, and that's the point of this. I'm going to continue to enjoy myself this year. Yes. I don't think, like, somebody on my Strava said, right, I said Gary, right, posted a 70 odd mile bike ride near New Year. I think it was like maybe 2nd of January or whatever, right? And I was quite impressed with, and I said to him, I said, oh, well done, that's showing some intent, respect, well done. And I think that would have been me last year, but I kind of said to Gary, I said, I don't know if I can be bothered this year. I'm just going to go with the flow. I think that's the point. I'm going to go with the flow. I don't give a fuck about, what's the fucking point, if there's no point in sacrificing all my time, energy and everything else for what? Just so I can brag on Strava and say, look at me, I did 8 solo double century rides. Oh wow, instead of 20 miles an hour for 200 mile for that 188 mile bike ride round by Stranraer, instead of that I did 20.5 mile an hour, or look at that, I managed 21 mile an hour. Oh, I'm Superman. And then you go, well, so what? I've given up all my time. And it's like only cyclists really and that, okay, it helps me in different ways, but it's kind of like, fine, but what have I been doing with my time? I might have been listening to an audiobook or something, or I could have been listening to Spotify or whatever, that's fine, but I don't, it's just good, it's interesting to explore this, isn't it? What are we doing with our time? How are we using our time? How are we maximising the use of our time? And I think this year, I can't be doing... Even if I knew at the ripe old age of 27 as I am now, how if I knew I could win like a right? So what? It's kind of like everything's relative, as Sting said. I've won my 2 local hill climb championships. I think the days of kind of trying to sprint up a hill at top speed is like, why? I've got to be doing something more constructive with my time, It's like, the motivation is there, right? But you kind of feel a bit kind of like pathetic doing that. It's a little bit childish, Trying to get first in Strava, try to beat some 22-year-old. I mean, what do I think so? What is the point? I think I should be involved in a kind of de-training process now. I think that's what we'll do, You don't want to just stop just like that. But at the same time, I want to be fit enough so that it's better, as Michelangelo Betio said, right, it's better to have it and need it than need it and not have it. So if it's better to have the fitness, right, have it there. Maybe not like to the extreme that I had it before, but if I've got some kind of level of fitness, that'll be good. because I might need to, saving on petrol money and da da da, and and just for general well-being and for the state of my fitness and to prevent putting on putting on weight, and also just for the joy of it, the fun it brings, because it is actually enjoyable. So I think that's the key this year. I'll use it to commute to work, but I'm not going to go extreme. But this is the thing: if I'm doing well, as Thingaby said, right? He goes, leave yourself open to great possibilities, right? So why don't I leave myself open to? I'll leave myself open to doing another 200-mile bike ride at a faster speed than before, because why not? Maybe the Zen thing could bring results, and I might be like, oh, look at that, I've actually still managed, I did better by doing less, like still have it in my life, as a kind of balanced thing. So that's just my thoughts on that, and any other thoughts, I'll let you know, right? All right.